Hey guys, Holiday Master here. Excuse me. And tonight, uh, pizza. 3 or 4 people asked if I could do a video of this. I'm just gonna do it now because why not? Eventually I was gonna do it, but anyway. So I'm gonna show you guys how to replace an LED on a cheap fan. Now, this is not a Jimmy cheap fan. This is actually an Airflows cheap fan, which kind of looks like Jimmy's, but the design's different. And the plug's a little bit different, not much. Um, this piece is bigger. This piece is more square. Anyway, so, and I don't have the LED square. I just have a battery pack. You know, this was $1 at the dollar store. So sadly, well, if I could English, that'd be nice for one. For two, sadly they aren't white; they're green. They came from my Shamrock lights. Those I'll put up here. Here's an LED, but I was going to use this. The problem is there's not enough wire. So, yeah, and that is white. So anyway, so what you'll need your electrical tape, skizzers, and wire trimmer, or wire stripper, my bad. So what you want to do, come closer, my sister's recording again. You want to take what's left, and you always want to leave, no matter what fan it is, unless it's burned up. If it's burned up, and you still want the LEDs hooked to the cord, what you do, you just cut it off the fan, throw the fan away, which, Isaiah's rainbow tree, that's what we're going to do for it, whenever I get to hang out with him next. But anyway, so what you do, you always want to leave I like to leave a little bit more, but the inflatable this came off of was the pair of Santa legs that I put on my chimney. Anyway, so what you want to do, you want to carefully take the scissors in between the two little wires and kind of break the bond. And I only do, I don't know if you can see that, a little bit, and then I just peel it so it doesn't rip the wire. It just rips the seal apart. And again, I always like to do it about that much, kind of so it looks like a stick people legs. That way, if I mess up, I have more room and I don't have to pull more wire apart. So then the next thing I guess would be, for this, is to cut that. Usually with the squares, again, the wires are together, so you do the same thing, pull the wires apart just a little bit. So then for this, you take your wire strippers and you go to the smallest hole possible. I don't remember. It looks like 22. I don't remember. This thing's wore out. I gotta get a new one. So I don't remember the gauge exactly. But anyway, so you put it in there, and I like to strip with these guys off about that much. I don't know exactly how much, but it just gives you room to twist. So then after you do that, you do the same thing to the other lights. Now, again, I don't know if these are going to work. I just grabbed them and said, they're LED. Let's try this. So if this video is a bust, I'm sorry, but I'll still upload it. That way you guys can get the idea. And then whenever I come across one of my 4-footers that actually have a problem like this, I'll do a video on it. Isaiah's little Frankenstein might be next. So, okay guys, here's where it gets a little tricky. You kind of have to plug the fan in with LEDs to test which wire goes where. Oh. So I don't think these are going to work unless it's... Nope. Dang it. Yeah, they keep tripping it. Alright, let's do this. Just for the sake of, I don't want to burn up a fan, I will use this little LED. There won't be much purpose of it. But like I said, just want to splice down the middle. Trim both sides. And then you want to test with it, but you never want the two live wires to touch, because then that can just burn the whole thing up. So what you do in this case, that was just luck of the draw, because sometimes you get it like this and it doesn't work. You always want to switch it to make sure. So once you get it, I always bend one wire and then bend the one it goes to, unplug. Now sadly, again, because this is so small, I gotta trim a little bit more wire, which you guys might have to do. Shoot, now I forget. Take two. Alright, I got it now. So again, twist them together with the item unplugged. I've actually done it with them plugged in before, and biggest regret of my life, you get shocked, and it's not a funny little tingle. It's a dang it. Alright, so then what I like to do after they're twisted together, like kind of like this, where the wires are apart, and then I will plug it back in to make sure it works. Unplug it, straighten the wires back out, and then wow, I'm not having any luck tonight. So then what you do from here, you can layer or lay the wires any way you like, just so they lay along the cord so it's straight. And then you take your electrical tape. This is a new roll, so bear with me. Come on. There you go. So what I do, that might be a little too big, but what you do, or what I do at least, I'm sorry guys, you know what? Screw this piece of tape. I'm sorry guys, this video is not what I was hoping it would be. But anyway, so what you do, you cut a medium-sized piece of electrical tape, you put it on one side, and I'll show you after I'm done doing this, and you gently wrap the one wire with electrical tape, and then you do it with the other side too. And then I do this two ways. After this, I will either put a little zip tie and zip tie the wires together. I've only done that with a few inflatables. They were base fans though. I've never done that with a cheap fan. And then once you have this, pretty much, you just put them together, and then you take your electrical tape and you just, as evenly as you can, because it can get tricky, wrap the wires together. Now this is not my best work because I'm not keeping it this way, but I need new scissors too. Those were getting shot. So then yeah guys, again, bad example, but there you go. And then, again, plug it in. Boom. There it is. Now, I know I get the question as well, like, you know, where do you get the LEDs, and whatnot. honestly, usually when I replace an LED, well, there's a few options here. Okay, so say, you know, this actually was normal length wire for a 4-foot inflatable. But say this was good and the fan went bad, I would simply cut it right here as even as you can, and then when you put a new fan on, leave a little extra wire on that other fan, pretty much like I did here, to connect it. It might be a little bit longer than original, but at least you'll have wire to work with. But say the LED goes bad and the fan's good, pretty much, you know, just cut about to there, have from my fingers to the fan of access wire. And again, I'm sad these didn't work, because these would have been a better example. And I'm going to honestly try it again with 3, because these little fans can only usually hold up to 2 or 3. But like I said, I usually buy these at dollar store, or I get them off a Broken Inflatable. I've not really looked at Amazon yet, or eBay, but there could be some on there. So, yeah, guys, I hope this video didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but I hope it was helpful. But like I said, when I actually get an inflatable, or whenever I can meet up with Isaiah to fix his Frankenstein, because like when we did that video, you guys saw the LED worked, but the fan was kind of shot. So I'm actually putting this fan on it, and then I'm going to hook the LED with it, because the LED in it's still good. So yeah, guys, that's it for this video. My next video will be a review of the Jimmy 2003 Blue Hat Snowman. So, sorry, I was reading the tag. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.